This video we're going to be talking about defensive zone faceoffs. So first we just want to go over what happens if we lose. So it doesn't matter where the puck goes back to either of their defensemen, right? We just want to make sure that we're covering a guy. That's all we're doing. We're breaking it down that simple. So right winger, we're going out to this defenseman. Left winger, we're going out to this defenseman. We're just making sure we're staying between them and the net. These guys down low, you're just playing 3-on-3. So right defenseman, wherever this forward goes, you go with him. I don't care if he goes over to here. You go with him. Center, you're staying with your center. Left D, you're staying with this winger right here. It's as simple as that. Does not matter where your guy goes. You just go with him. You're just playing man-on-man right off the face-off just to make sure that we avoid any face-off set plays being scored on us. So the concept for what happens when we win defensive zone face-offs is actually going to be pretty simple. And I want to try to explain it in a way that I hope is pretty simple. We want to win the blue line as quickly as we can. So think about it as if it's a breakout. We want to win the defensive zone face-off to start our breakout, and we want to win the blue line as quickly as we possibly can. Okay? We want to make sure that we can get the puck out of the zone so we can get on offense. We don't want to let them set up anything, especially after a face-off. So in saying that, we just want to look at the handedness of our center and our D, meaning like whether they're right-handed, left-handed, both for the center and both for the defenseman. So for example, if you have a right-handed center taking this face-off, we're most likely going to win this on our backhand, and we're trying to win this to our corner. So now we need to look at, well, what personnel do we have on defense? Do we have a left-handed defenseman and a right-handed defenseman, or do we have two right-handed defensemen? Since 5 of our 60 are right-handed, most of the time, we're going to have two right-handed D-men on the ice. So, for example, if we have a left-handed defenseman on the ice, then we could do a couple different things. So this puck could get one back, and this left defenseman could just rim it hard, and this left winger knows that he's going to rim it and get over here. That's a simple play. We would just say rim, 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 and this is what we know we're doing. But let's pretend we have two right-handed defensemen on the ice. What will we do? Well, one play we could do is, as this puck gets one back to the corner, is rather than this guy going to get the puck, he's just going to box this guy out. And this left defenseman, who's also right-handed, is going to come and pick this puck up, and he's just going to chip it high off the glass, trying to get it out to the neutral zone. And all our forwards are going to do is they're just going to fly the zone. They're going to try to get out and get up. They're going to try to locate the puck of whether that defenseman is going to try to glove it down or wherever it may go. And we're just trying to get out of the zone as quickly as possible. So that would be what we just call, high off the glass, or maybe we'll come up with some better terms throughout the year as this goes along. But what's important here is, so far, I think throughout the year we've been having this left defenseman stand behind the winger. I want this defenseman actually standing next to the winger on these face-offs to make sure that he could be the first guy to that puck, especially on a play like that. Now let's change up our personnel. Let's say we've got a left-handed center. We can still win the puck to our backhand. I think this is one of the things that I don't see too many teams do at a youth level, but you watch the NHL, you see it all the time, is they'll use the net to their advantage, right? So we talk about the importance of our breakout, winning the blue line, but if we can't win the blue line, well, let's win the net at least and try to create some time and space. So it could be that this left-handed centerman is trying to win this puck straight behind the net. And when we would do that would be when we have a left-handed center and also a left-handed defenseman. Or if we're on this side of the ice, a right-handed center and also a right-handed defenseman. Because this left-handed defenseman, as this puck gets one behind the net, can just pick this puck up right away, and he's already on his forehand, and he should have plenty of time and space. And from here, the left winger's going up the wall, the right winger's trying to get out of the zone, and we either have a hard pass with a chip, or we might even have a home run pass where we can slide it because there's space open between their two defensemen who may be, standing here and maybe here. We might be able to spring some guy loose. And the center should be coming up and joining the play as well. So we've got a couple different options as we work through our defensive zone faceoffs, but those are the main things. There's pretty much only three defensive zone faceoffs that we're going to run. It's either going to be a rim, meaning we've got a righty and then a lefty on this side, or maybe a lefty and a right-handed defenseman on this side. So you just want to make sure your defenseman's on their forehand for a hard rim. We could also do a high chip off the glass, which means we have righty-righty or lefty-lefty on this side, where this right-handed defenseman's going to come and just push it off the glass high, and hope to try to get it out of the zone. Or we can run behind the net, meaning we have a left-handed center and a left-handed defenseman, or a right-handed center and a right-handed defenseman, where this guy's going to come and pick up the puck behind the net, and we're trying to stretch the zone and get out. But what's most important to understand is if we win faceoffs in our D zone, we want to try to get out of the zone as quickly as possible. We don't want to let them get anything set up. And you can almost think of it of like a neutral zone regroup, right? We talk about in our neutral zone regroup, everything's so cluttered, so all we're trying to do is get it deep. On faceoffs, it's the same thing. There's 10 guys in the zone, everything's super cluttered, so we just want to make sure that the puck gets out. That's the only thing that's important.